It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bruce, Restore Toys. That's what this video is about. A friend of mine picked this little guy up, Troop Transporter, 1979, Star Wars Kenner. And he's paying me to restore it. So we're going to get started on that. Let me show you what it looks like right out of the box. So here I am up. Wave here. Hello. Yeah, it's very dirty to look at it first. It's very dirty, which dirt, not worried about dirt. But the electronics in it don't work. This one, I've done a few of these before, and you can see the outside condition is not too bad. Doesn't scare me. It just needs some cleaning. Hopefully I can save these stickers because they do appear to be original. The wheels on the bottom turn pretty good. They're not broken. A lot of times the axles on these will be broken. The back trunk, which I want to be gentle with. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, it opens. It doesn't seem to have any tears in the hinge. And overall, I mean, just to look at it, it looks pretty clean. It's missing a few pieces. It's missing the radar dish that goes right here. It's missing the battery cover. I happen to make both of those, so I'm not much concerned with it. If he wants to replace them later, then he can always get some off eBay and just, you know, replace the ones I'm going to put on there. But my main concern is the interior little record player that's in there. It's an old school noisemaker from the 70s. It looks like a record player. It's a plastic disc with a plastic needle that goes in the grooves, and that's how you can actually hear the sounds. I've already tested this. I don't know where I put my battery, but I've already tested this. I put the battery in and nothing happens. Hopefully we can fix that. That's the hardest part of restoring these, and that's what I'm hoping to get done. You see it still comes with the restraining collars. These go on your prisoners as they go in there, I guess. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We are going to restore this today. And I'm going to set up a different camera setup, and we're going to get started. And in the meantime, let's see if, because I'm pouring the battery cover right now. This is the mold for it. Let's open this together and see if it came out. I've got to see, I made a silicone mold here with, wow, it looks funky on camera. It looks really funky on camera. Oh, I don't know why. But anyway, it's a silicone mold, and it's inside there, and you see I over poured the resin a little bit. Let's cut it open and see what we got. First, we'll take the bottom off, and oh, there it is. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. A lot of extra resin around the edges. We're just going to pull that off. I'll give this a really good trim later, but I want to get this out of my mold so I can reuse my mold, because I do sell these on my eBay store, this specific part, and made quite a few of them. And I'd rather not ruin my mold because these molds are quite expensive to make. So okay, there's that. Now we gotta remove this top flash part. I know I could just tear it off because of the way I designed the mold. I cut the big one. And give it a couple twists. This has been in there a good deal of time, so I'm not worried about it bending too much. I actually like to take these out a lot earlier. The way these are all vent holes, and I have them in there so I can get all the little nooks and crannies. I like to push them down through with a rod like I'm doing here, and trying to make it as quick as possible, because this is probably going to be a long video to begin with. But I thought you might be interested to see how these parts are actually made when you can't buy an original. So I poked them all out. Now it's coming out. Slowly. And this is going to be our part. I have a lot of trimming to do, but this is going to be our battery cover, which will fit on here when we're all done. I'm happy with this one. It seems to have come out okay. Let's trim it up and get a better idea of what it's going to look like. I'm just going to take these, I call them my nips. I'm just going to take my nips and cut off all the vents that we're not going to need, just to get a general idea if this is going to work. I already know it's going to work. Like I said, I made literally hundreds of these. And we cut off the biggest vent. This is actually my pouring hole. Cut him off. Oop, hit up and hit the camera. And this can be just roughly cut with my trusty little box cutter. I will go around and sand these edges and make them a lot nicer. Right now I just want to get the majority of it off while it's still a little soft. It's much easier to do this when it's soft. And I'm going to do the same for the radar dish too. I just thought you might be interested in seeing how the process at least begins. So just get the garbage out of there, make it nice and flat. And that's going to be my battery cover after I clean it up better and paint it. So let's get into tearing this baby down, cleaning it, and do the whole process just like we did with my X-Wing video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just give it a once-over look, which we've already done a minute ago. Like I said, it seems to be in overall decent shape. None of these are broken. We're going to try to get those out of there as gently as possible. We're going to figure out these screws. And obviously, first thing we do is tear it down. So we get our Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to remove the bottom screws. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'll be talking to myself. I'm going to remove the bottom screw here. I will fast forward through as much of this as possible so I don't take up a lot of time. Always have a container to put your little screws in. I'm using this little container here. Put my screws in that. So that's one screw, and then there's some down here, if you can see. One there and one there. We're going to say goodbye to those guys. Give it to get this to work. There's my two screws. Put them in the bin. I'm carefully checking again to make sure I didn't forget any screws to take the bottom off. Looks like we can do it now. Always triple check, because even I forget that, because it's been a while since I've done one of these. Even I forget. We'll pop this off gently here. Like I said, 40-some-year-old plastic is not very forgiving. Sometimes whenever I'm really worried about it, I will take a heat gun and I'll warm it up before I try to wiggle it loose. Which something's telling me I should probably do that now. Oh, there, it's coming. Just gently, don't be in a rush. And there's that part here. One of the doors looks to be in good condition, needs a new sticker. We'll put that in the parts bin. The door on the other side, same thing. Let's see if we can wriggle that off gently. Very, cannot stress gently enough when working on this. You just want to go back and forth until you see something give without breaking it. This guy is, yeah, he's on there. But I'm gently as I can without forcing it. I have to work. This takes time. This takes time. See, I haven't really made any headway with this piece. I don't want, there it goes. I don't want to force it. There, came off good. Now this piece here, let's put these aside. This piece here is another door. It's got a sticker on it. Sticker's not in the best shape. I'm still going to try to save that sticker. But the clips are good. This piece is important. This piece always breaks off. Right here, this curved piece always breaks off on a lot of Kenner products. Like the most common one is on the Millennium Falcon on the ramp door. Set that aside. Okay, so we got the two doors off. Now I just want to take the bottom off. I want to very gently make sure there's no more screws. And how I'm doing that is just lifting up ever so gently the whole way around. Now you see there's a tab here, and there's an identical one on the other side. I'm going to try to get my fingers under that and pop it up. That might not work. I seem to have something sticking here. Did I possibly forget a screw? I'm looking. I don't think I did. I just want to make sure I don't break it. Because there's the tab here, and then this little ridge here is connected to it. I see it's coming, but it seems to be holding back right here. So what would be holding that back? This piece here goes in a little clip, as you can see. But what I'm having problems with right now is this little piece there is in a hole. There's one on each side. I want to pop those out without destroying my unit. You know, it's coming back to me now, I remember. You want to leave those in. Don't do what I just did. Leave those in. That's the last to come out. You're going to go from the front. You're going to lift up. You're going to get this little bitty flap here somehow to come out. Using my fingers. Okay, even I make mistakes sometimes, and after fiddling with it, I realized that it's still being held in there by something else. These screws have to come out. So after you take the bottom screws out here, here, and there, you want to take these back screws out. And that's what we're going to do now. 3. Put it in the bin. Now you see now the whole button mechanism drops a little bit. It's nice and loose in there. I'm going to take this battery sticker out right now. It was just sitting in there. But we're going to put that back in when we're done. Okay, so now we should be able to take the bottom off. I hope. Fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done this. I don't want to force it. It's the last thing you want to do. This should pop off, but it doesn't want to, which tells me I missed something. As soon as I figure that out. Okay, after you take the top screws out, this will pop out like so. Do the same on the other side. It's giving me a little bit of trouble, but that's okay. There it goes. Pop it up this way. Like I said, leave these last 2 holes in by themselves. And you'll see when you turn it, now after you turn it, this post comes straight out. And let's take a look at the base here, because all we're going to do is clean this. The base itself looks in decent shape. The wheel, what you want to look at is the wheel axles here and here. They're separate wheel axles. A lot of times in the other restorations I've done, they've been broken. But this time, it's not. So I don't have to worry about that. It is dirty as heck though. Look at that. All that dust, years of build up in there. We're going to clean that. So I'm going to set that aside and go back to this guy. Here's what the inside looks like. And this is that little sound. This is where the sound comes from, like I was telling you. It's a simple mechanism, but it's easy to not work. It looks like all the wiring is intact. I think it just doesn't want to work. Now I haven't pulled it out yet. I'm going to leave that sit in there for now and show you how to take these pods out. The pods, it's easier to do it from the inside. Push down on this and they click. And as you can see, this just hooks in there and it clicks. So if you push it from the bottom, click, they come right out. That'll go in my parts bin. Next one, push down, click, out. That's the best way. Click, out, twist. Done. Set them in the parts bin. I am going to clean this all up and it's going to look beautiful when I'm done, but for now I want to, I'd like to get this out in one piece so I can mess with it. You have to make sure you use the proper screws though. You don't want to just rip it out of there. Here's the switch right here. The switch seems to be in good shape. It clicks. Riveted in there pretty good. I'm looking on the other side here. I'm checking the terminals. They're not too bad. You could clean them up a little tiny bit. 2 wires coming out of this. A black one and a blue one. This looks like somebody might have maybe messed with it before. Maybe. I don't remember there being a green wire. It was always a black wire. Something to wonder about. either way. So I'm going to make a record. Usually I take a picture of the wiring of anything I'm making because sometimes it's different. But like I said, I have the black here and the blue here. So we're going to remove those wires, and my video will be the record of where those wires were in case I happen to forget when I go to put them back in. And as you can see, I see one problem here. These terminals are pretty corroded, so we will polish those up a little bit. But now we're going to go for taking out the sound system. We're going to take a break, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, break's over. Back to what we were doing. Sometimes it's good to walk away and take a break, you know, so you don't get over anxious. And like I said, you know, I keep stressing how this is 40-some-year-old plastic. 44 years, yeah, 2023, so that'd be 44 years. So take a break every once in a while, you know, and then come back to it. Now we're going to try to get this little guy out of here, the noisemaker. We've already disconnected our wires. This piece, after you disconnect the wires, should slide, there it goes, slide right out, just like that. Just come straight out. And like I said, these terminals, we're going to clean those up in a little bit. I'll show you how. I'll set that piece aside. Now this should come straight out now. There it goes. Okay, good. But I'm being careful. The wires are still attached now to the battery compartment. And we're going to set that to the side here. These gears just lift straight out. You don't have to worry about messing them up. They go back in really easy. We'll put that in our little parts bin. So, now the battery cables, or the battery terminals, excuse me, we got a blue and a red one. So now we're going to gently pull the blue one off and the red one. Always make a note where they're at. Usually I take a picture, but because I'm making a video, I'm going to leave it be. And now see, the other one had a blue and a black one. So the blue one is the one we want to pay attention to. We don't want to put the blue one, the wrong blue one on the wrong terminal. So I'm trying to figure out how we can remember that this blue one goes on the battery cable. The best way to do that, in my mind, is I'm just going to mark it with a piece of tape. I mean, this is Scotch tape. You can use whatever tape you want. We're going to take it off later anyway. But I'm just going to put that little piece of tape on there. That'll remind me that this one goes to the battery. Because if you look at the two terminals, they're both the same. So this is what we're going to work on next anyway. So we'll set that aside. Well, it's not. We're not going to work on it next, but so here's our pieces. They're all torn. They're all taken apart. And let's lay them all out here and look at them. You got the gears. You got the pods. I'm not going to take them all out. You can understand what we got here. But there's all our pieces, parts. They're all dirty. So our next step, what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take these to the kitchen and I'm just going to scrub them. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? No, that's not the next step. The next step is to try to save these stickers. Now there's a couple ways to do this if I really wanted to save them. You can get lighter fluid and soak them with lighter fluid. These look like they're just going to come right off. Sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, these are just coming right off. So there's one of them. Save my sticker there. I'm missing one here, and that kind of bothers me because I was hoping to do this whole thing with its original stickers, in case he wants to go and get the. There's another one, C3PO one there. We'll put that there. I was hoping to have all the stickers, but it's missing this one here, and I'll have to figure out which one that is. We'll probably have to make a reproduction sticker to replace it. I don't have these stickers in my stockpile, but yeah, these stickers are actually coming off very nicely without lighter fluid. If they were giving me any trouble, I would saturate it with lighter fluid, let it soak in for about 30 seconds, and then I would do exactly what I'm doing now. Now I am using a box cutter because it's a thin blade and I can get under the sticker, but I'm also being extra super careful not to cut or bend the sticker, because if I bend, drop it. If I bend this sticker while I'm taking it off, it's going to crease and it's going to turn white where it creased, essentially ruining the sticker, and that's not what we want to do. So got these little dots here. This one I don't think is going to come off very easily. Oh, but there it goes. Okay, look, it landed on the end of my knife. Okay, so that's one of the little dots. I've had bad experiences with these in the past. They're essentially a pain in the rear. See, I'm just getting under it best I can without cutting the sticker. Watch me cut the sticker now that I said that. Yeah, this one's giving me a little bit of trouble. So I want to stop and get some lighter fluid. I'll show you how the lighter fluid will take that right out. So I have here regular lighter fluid. You can use Zippo lighter fluid, whatever. This is just what I happen to have laying around. And you don't have to worry about this damaging your plastic or your sticker. I'm just going to saturate it with a little bit of lighter fluid. I'm just going to let that soak in for a second. You see I got it all over the place. Doesn't matter. It evaporates. That's what's nice about using it. It will not ruin your sticker. Now I should be able to get under there. Might need another couple seconds. These stickers are the hardest ones to take off. And I'm trying not to scratch my plastic. Okay, lighter fluid activated, it came right up. You can see it sitting right there. Now the sticker's not going to be ruined. I'll set that aside. By the time I'm ready to reapply them, they will be dry and lighter fluid free. And then as far as the lighter fluid it's on there, I'm going to scrub this. Just a little wipey wipe. And there we go, still a little glue on there. But as you can see, the lighter fluid dissolves the glue. This piece is ready to be cleaned. Now I'm going to do that with all the rest of the pieces. Take all these stickers off the same way. If I have to use the lighter fluid, I will. But I'm going to skip through all that. You don't have to watch it. And then I'll see. Yep. After that, we're going to go to the kitchen, and I'm going to wash all this stuff in Dawn dish detergent and warm to hot water, but not hot enough that it's going to melt the plastic. And we should have nice clean pieces whenever I come back. So let's do that. Okay, as you can see, I got all these stickers off. They all come off pretty nice. I had to use a couple drops of lighter fluid on one or two of these pods. I had to use lighter fluid on this guy. But remember I told you to take a break whenever you're getting a little uptight. I should have taken a break because when I took this one off, I kind of rushed it a little bit. And you can see, hopefully on camera, you can see that it's buggered up right there. I gotta hold it up. You can see how it got screwed up. That's because when I picked it up, when I took it off, I used too much of an angle and it bent and creased on the way up. And that's unfortunate, but the other door didn't have a sticker on it at all, this door here. So unfortunately, I am going to have to put some repro stickers on this, and I really don't want to, but I didn't take these stickers off here. I figure these are original, and this I can just do this with a light dusting without putting it in Dawn dishwater. You know what, now that I think about it, I kind of do want to take them off. Let's see if we can get lucky and be an easy one. Alright, that's not going to be an easy one, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'm actually just going to leave that original. I know they're crooked, but I didn't do this originally. Some kid probably did. Another thing I did notice while I was going over these parts is this gun here. There's a tip on this one. There's not a tip on this one. I'm going to try to replicate this tip, which is ready to break off too. I'm going to try to replicate this tip here on here. Should be pretty easy to do with resin. As you guys know, I work with resin a lot. But oh, this comes out too. Yeah, so I gotta, let's take this apart, or let's not, I don't care. I'm just gonna clean it in Dawn dish soap. But anyway, now's the time I'm gonna go clean it, and the next thing you see, everything is gonna be nice and clean, and we are gonna tackle this thing here, which this is what's gonna be the majority of the video. I am excited to see if we can get it done. So I will be back as soon as I get all this clean. Okay, here we go. We have all our pieces, parts. They're all nice and clean. Like I said, hot water, Dawn dish detergent, and a toothbrush. That's all I used. Rinsed them off, dried them off, and here we go. We're ready to start. A couple things I did notice while I was scrubbing them. As you can see, I decided to take the sticker off this guy. I had to use lighter fluid. I'm like, I might as well just. It's one of those things where I was trying to rush myself, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Well, no, I decided to do it. Like I said, I took a break, and I decided I want to do it right. Also, when I was scrubbing these, this one in the Dawn dish detergent, I didn't want to get it too wet because of the terminals. I didn't want to corrode them that much. But I also forgot about these two stickers here. So what I did was I just gently scrubbed all this. I did not submerge this because I decided those stickers look good the way they are. They're original, and I want to keep them that way. So I just took a little cloth with just a little bit of lighter fluid and just went over it just lightly to get any dirt off of there. And it seemed to work out pretty good. I want to leave those stickers there. Trying to keep as many original stickers as I can. Luckily, I didn't ruin any of the stickers when I took them off. Another thing I did notice was, I don't have my pointer. Okay, right here, here, and here, there was sticker residue from when we pulled those other stickers off. I put a little lighter fluid on there and got rid of the residue, then I washed it in the Dawn. Same with these spots here. They all had a little bit of sticker residue. So, you don't want the sticker residue on there. You want it to be nice and clean whenever you go reapply the stickers or put new stickers on, which I haven't decided what we're going to do with this particular unit yet. I'm actually going to call him and see what he wants me to do. But anyway, that's all nice and clean. The next step is to get this guy working. So let's get into that. Okay, this is where it gets really, really tedious. If I have to take this apart, it's going to be a mess. Oh, I forgot something. There it is. That is a can of compressed air. So hopefully we can just compress air and it works. But first thing you want to do is just check your buttons. Make sure they're working good. Push down and up. We're lucky on this one. Seems like, yep, all of them are working very nicely. But the unit itself doesn't work. I had a battery in it before, and nothing happens. So, as you can see, try to explain this to you. There's a speaker here. It's a very rudimentary speaker. It's hooked up to a plastic needle that goes on underneath. There is actually a little sound record. And every time you hit one of these buttons, it goes to a certain section of that sound record to play the sound. And what turns the record is a rubber band. No, I'm sorry, not a rubber band. A fan belt, a belt that goes around the record up to this motor right here. And this is just basically almost the same as a standard motor you would find in any Kenner toy. Like I said, I have taken this apart before. If I have to take this apart, I will. I'm not promising you at this point because I'm really hoping it would work. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my compressed air and I'm just going to try to blow any dirt out of there that I can. Anywhere I can blow the air. Air's harmless. You have to be careful. Sometimes this pushes out a liquid too. Just be careful. This is one side of your motor. This is the other side of your motor. Now I cannot see in there if the belt is intact without opening it. If it was, it would be up here where the buttons are on this nub down there. I don't know if you can see in the hole. See that? Yeah, okay, you can see the center of that hole. You can see the center of that thing in there. That's where the belt goes around. Unfortunately, I cannot see down in there to see if the belt's there. I'm hoping it's working. Yeah, even looking down through here, in through here, I cannot see it. I can't see what I need to see. And I don't think I could show it to you if I can't see. I'm trying to show you up in there. You can kind of see the edge of the record, little record. I don't know what else to call it. I'm calling it a record. But yeah, I'm hoping we can get this working without having to tear it apart. But then again, I'm sure you're curious what's inside. Might be. Well, let's just go for it. I mean, let's just go to the next step. Like I said, you saw me blow it out with the dust thingy. Remember we marked our cable with the battery cable with the Scotch tape, and then the red one sticking out the side. We knew that was the other one. I know this is my negative, so I'm going to put my negative on there. on the bottom of this battery. I'm going to put this on the top. It made a noise, but it shouldn't have. It did make, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Let me zoom out. Okay, where are we at? That's a better angle. So I got my negative on the bottom. It did make a noise, so I don't think I'm going to have to tear this apart. So I'm going to push my negative on the bottom. Now notice these terminals are pretty clean. I haven't done anything to them yet. But I'm going to put my negative terminal on the bottom of my battery. Positive on the top. And then I'm going to, this is hard, I only have one hand. Oh, damn. Maybe I can get it together like this. This is a little tricky, but... And it should work if I push a button. Hey, it's working. Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, they all work. In this video, I'm not going to tear this apart. Kind of wanted to show you guys what the internal workings are, especially that belt, because I have an idea how to replace it, but we're not going to have to, so I'm not going to mess with this. So our next step is, let's reassemble it. So the problem with the sound maker was not the sound maker. The problem with the sound maker is one of these four terminals. You got the battery terminals and the terminals on this switch here. They probably weren't working. So it's an easy fix. There's two ways to do it. I could take these battery terminals out and soak them in vinegar. And what that does, it destroys the carbon deposits. And but you know, I have another way to do it. I get very fine sandpaper, and I'm just going to get in there, and I'm just going to rub it a little bit until I start seeing the shiny gold. I mean, to me, it's easier. Takes a minute sometimes. I've already started this off camera, in case you're wondering. But as you can see, like, now you can see there's a gold spot right there where the battery's going to make contact. Same on the other side. And the same with these. I started on this earlier. Just a very fine sandpaper. Just take a minute, relax. Take your time, because, you know, if you do too hard, it'll break. But just do what I'm doing here. And you see, you get the terminals that turn nice and gold. If you want to get the whole way down there, that's fine too. But go where the terminals are going to connect. And it should be okay. Hopefully it is. Because right now, we are ready to put this together. So, the first thing you're going to do to put it back together is flip it upside down. You're going to get your little cannon, and you're going to plop it down in the hole. You don't have to worry about these gears lining up, because the way they're designed, why does that want to do it? There it goes. You don't have to worry about the gears on this and the radar chair thing working, because you see that little gap there? However you put them in, they're going to be readjustable. So, just drop them in there, and then we're going to drop in our sound maker. Ooh, I didn't mark which way this goes. Okay, well, I'm hoping, okay, I'm going to go with the wires toward the batteries. I think that makes more sense. I could look back at the video and figure it out, but I'm not going to. Put my buttons in. Okay, I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Took me a second to think, but I got it. And then we're going to flip it over. Holding that there, we're going to flip it over. And you remember those 3 screws that we took out earlier off the top that I thought we had to take off before we opened it? Well, I was wrong. You don't have to take those out first. You can actually leave them in. So if you're cleaning one that the sound maker's working, you don't have to mess with it. So like I said, I will admit my mistakes. It's, like I said, it's been a while since I've restored one of these. Use the hand tool, and when it starts getting tight, just finger tight. That's all you want. We should be good on that. I'll make sure it's nice and snug, it's not moving around. Actually, when I got this, it was moving around a little bit. So it made me wonder. So the next thing to go in is this guy. And I'm gonna have to check back and see which wire went where. There's a blue and a black wire. I think, and I'm just guessing, if I'm wrong, I will correct myself. I think the blue wire goes here, and the black wire goes here on the terminals we just cleaned off. And then, from the trick we did with the battery, I know this blue wire, I'm just going to leave that tape on there, it's not hurting nothing. This blue wire goes on the negative terminal up here, which is, yeah, that's right. The negative terminal is here, closest to me. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. My fat finger's getting in the way. Maybe I should have put these on first. This is a little tricky. Yeah, I probably should have put this on first before I screwed in the thing. I'm gonna have to fast forward to this part, I suppose. So these two I'm positive of. The other ones I'm not. So we'll find out if it's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. If it doesn't, then I know to switch these two wires. But the red on this side, the blue on this side. Positive, negative. And we should be fine now. And then we're going to slide this panel down in, watching our wires carefully, because it is a little tricky to get back in. It's easy to take out, but it's a little tricky to get back in. It's being funny. Oh, see, even I make mistakes. I was putting that in upside down. Put it in the correct way, guiding our wires so they don't get messed up. And that's beautiful. I'm hoping that works. Now before we go any further, we're going to stick our battery in it, in the top. Notice I have my finger holding this because it'll slide back out. There's no screw holding that in. I'm going to put my battery back in. C battery. I always wonder why toys had different batteries. They're all the same voltage. Sounds like it's going to work this time. Battery's in there nice and snug. Let's push a button. Okay, it sounds pretty good to me. Now, this switch here, I'm not really sure what it does. It doesn't have a label on it. I'm really not sure. I never did know what it does because it doesn't seem like it makes a difference. So let's flick it and see what happens. It's not an on and off switch. It feels like, I feel like it just speeds up the sounds. Like, did you hear C-3PO saying R2-D2, where are you? It sounds like faster. So let's turn it back and try it again. So I feel like all it does is speed it up. I don't know why they did that. Makes no sense. But remember I said the gear doesn't matter? Because I could turn this all I want to and line it up the way I want to. And when I get my radar dish on there, it catches it. And that'll make it turn. So if I ever need to readjust it, I can just turn this guy. So that's that part of it. Now we're going to put the bottom back on. Now if you remember messing with the bottom before, I told you in the back it has these pegs. They have to go out or in first. So is this still good on camera? I hope so. Anyway, we're going to, so hard to be your own cameraman. In the upright position like this, it goes through the hole. You can see how it's shaped, only it goes through the hole. On both sides, it'll go through the hole. You little click, and you see there it is there. See how it's facing, it's shaping the hole. And then when you close it, let me move my fat finger. When you close it, it hooks on. So you can't put it in this position, but it's hooked on now, so it won't go anywhere. And then all you do after that is very carefully slide it into where, I dropped the battery, that's okay. Slide it into where it goes. And I can't stress enough, gently, gently, gently. Something is stopping it. There it goes. Fiddle with it a little bit. There's a clip on this side and there's a clip on this side. There's also the one on the inside right here. You got to be careful of that one. This one's a little chewed up, but I might have done that. I don't know. And then this one's ready to go in. Just a gentle push right here. Hear the click, and you're good to go. Now I'm ready to put my screws back in. If you remember, there was one here, here, and here. So there's 3 more screws we're going to put in. We're going to do that right now. This is another reason I like to have a magnetic screwdriver. So I put my screw on a screwdriver, I can go the whole way down in there and get it lined up, rather than trying to get my fingers in there. You know, I fixed it. This one wasn't in that bad a shape like I was saying, but so there's my 3 screws in. And check our sound again. Uh-oh. Well, I guess it helps to put the battery in. Yeah, you need a battery. And then we push the button. All working. But how cool is that after 40, 43, 44 years, it's making noise again? You know, who knows how long it has been inoperable and just sitting on somebody's shelf. Because, like I said, you saw when we first got it, it was really nothing outside wrong with it. It was nice looking. It was just dirty as hell. But the sound never worked. Now the sound's working again, and he's going to be thrilled when he sees this. So, I'm going to take a break. Like I said, I'm getting a little anxious, and we're going to put the rest of these delicate parts on. Because don't forget, you know, it seems like, oh, we're done, we're done. No, we're not done. These are very delicate to put on. So are the doors, and then we're going to do the stickers. So I'm going to take a break, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and we're going to put these little bits on. Like I said, we don't have to put them on before we put the bottom on. They can be last, because going in is a lot easier than coming out. Because they have this little thing here in the bottom, this little clip. And these are all intact, luckily. Sometimes they're not. And same with these little hook things, whatever they're called. All you do is you just put them in there, hook it around, line up your tab, and click. There it is. And we're going to do that 6 times. 6 times. I'll probably fast forward through it. Put the hooks in. Click. Hooks in. Click. We're good. So there's the pods in there. Pods, this can just close like that. Looking good so far. We got our doors here. What side does this go on? I think this goes on the, yeah, this goes on this side. This is also where you have to be gentle because you don't want to break off. Where's my pointer? You don't want to break off this curvy piece. They break. So in fact, if you can look real closely, there's a white strain mark right there. So hopefully I won't break this putting it back on. It looks good, but I always worry putting these back on. So I do the top tab in first. Try to wiggle that in there. I don't know if the camera can see this or not. Try to wiggle that in there. Oh, there it goes. Okay, good. It didn't break. We're good. We got one more to go. This is one of those pieces that always makes me nervous. Same thing. It's if you can see here, this has the white stress mark in too from being played with and loved. There's even a stress mark. This is stress marks right here. That's where the plastic has been pulled at. It's not broken. It's not cracked either, but yeah, you can see where this has been stressed. Somebody didn't know how to open that the proper way. So we'll put the one tab in. Gently, gently, gently cross your finger. There it goes. All right, we are good. We are right as rain. Now that's it. Well, then these guys here too, but we'll work on that later. What's next? What's it missing? it's missing the radar dish that goes right here, and it's missing the battery cover, which I have actually made them, and they are done. They are right here, and I think, I'll give you on camera here, I think these pieces came out really well. That's what we're going to use. Yes, it's a reproduction, but like I said, what he can do is, if he's happy with it and he wants to, he can go on eBay, or that's the only place I know to go, or maybe another collector, and he can get the real deal. Put that in there. And now we have the radar dish. And as the radar dish turns the guns, we still have to fix this guy here. Right there. We got to fix that, and we're going to. Just not right at this minute. Okay, the battery cover, which you guys saw me start to make, just goes in like this. 2 little hooks. And there it is. There it is. And this is almost done. Almost. What's missing? What's missing is me fixing this little gun here and the stickers, which I'm still waiting for a phone call back on him if he wants me to reuse the stickers we took off, or if he wants me to re-sticker it with brand new stickers that I can make. So I will wait till I hear from him back, and then we will move ahead with the stickers, because there's, well, depending on what he wants, there's 2 ways we can do this. So we'll catch it here in a... Okay, real quick, I just heard back from him, and he decided that he would rather just go with brand new stickers, which I don't know. If it was mine, I would have put the original stickers on. But what I'm going to show you now is there's one sticker that I'm not going to make new. I'm going to use this sticker, the battery compartment sticker. It was in there earlier and I took it out. I'm going to show you, in case you do want to reapply your original stickers, the best way that I found how to do it. And the best way I found how to do it is not to super glue it. You know, there's different glues, there's different adhesives you can use. I'm going to show you how I do it. And how I do it is, this is 3M Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. It's just a spray glue. And there's different versions of it. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of that on this piece of cardboard. Just a titch. I don't need a lot. And I have a paintbrush that I don't have a problem with throwing away, because I'm going to throw this away afterwards. I'm going to saturate my paintbrush with the glue. Then I'm going to get the sticker, and I'm going to carefully spread that glue on the sticker. And this works really well if you're going to reapply all the original stickers. Say, I just dropped the damn thing. I actually would prefer to put the original stickers on there. But as you can see, I'm putting the glue on the back of the sticker. It doesn't take a lot. I'm going to line my positive and negative up like this. I'm just going to set it in there. I'm going to start it here. This is one of the stickers that doesn't have to be perfect. What I like about the spray adhesive is it doesn't have to be perfect, because you get a chance to move it around once it's in there. And I'm just going to push down on that for about 30 seconds once I get it where I want. And that's just a really quick and dirty basic method of how I would reapply all of these original stickers that he doesn't want. And there it is. About 5 minutes, that'll be totally dry. The only bad thing about it is I'm gonna have to throw this paintbrush away. It is what it is. But that's how I prefer to do it. He wants brand new stickers, so I'm going to show you how to do that coming right up. So what I have done, I printed out the sticker file that I had, and we're going to cut these out and basically lick them and stick them. It's a good file. It's a good print. Like I said, I would rather put the original stickers back on there for him, but this is what he wants, so this is what we're going to do. It's going to look really nice, but I was kind of hoping to keep it all original, but I don't have any say in it. The only stickers I'm not using is these two here, this one and this one, because look how nice these are on the front, being the original stickers. They're actually better than what was printed out. So we're going to go ahead and replace all these stickers It's very easy to do. I have this printed on vinyl sticker paper. It's glossy. And all I have to do is cut them out. I'm going to get a better knife than this. I'm going to use a better X-Acto knife. It's around here somewhere. And we're going to cut these out and we're going to put them on. I'm going to go ahead and skip through the cutting part and probably skip a little bit to where the stickers and stuff go. But you'll see the end product here real soon. So let's get started on that. This is very tedious, so now is a good time to take a break, which I think I will. So I cannot stress enough, if you're going to do the stickers this way, to get yourself an X-Acto knife. You could try to use scissors, but unless you're you got to have a really, really good pair of scissors to do this. This is a brand new blade I put in here. Doesn't matter size, it just has to be a brand new blade. And I decided that I'm going to practice with this one right here, with the brand new blade, because I don't want to screw this up. Sure, if I do mess it up, I could always get another set of stickers printed out, but I would rather get it done right the first time. So this is the sticker I decided I'm not going to need. So I am just tracing these white lines just to get a feel for it for the first sticker. Because like I said, I'm not going to use this sticker. I just want to practice a little bit and make sure I can cut it out so it doesn't look like crap. And I did pretty good there. This is the sticker we're not going to use. This is peel and stick, so I would bend the corner, peel it, and then this guy would go here. Now I'm just going to set it in there. It's not sticking. I just set it in there. It's not stuck. And the color is a little better, but I really don't want to trash these stickers. The ones that are in the front, they look good. So there's the old one. Here's the new. I have this zoomed in way too far. So you can see the difference in it. A little more brilliant color here. But these are the stickers I'm going to leave. So I'm using this as a practice sticker to cut out so I can get used to it before I cut the ones that matter out. Sure, I can print out more stickers, but I don't want to. So let's go and cut the rest of these stickers and get them put on. Wow, these are hard to handle. Whether it's a sticker or whether it's a part that I've made, like the radar dish and the battery cover, I'm pretty good at it, but I don't want them to be exact. I don't want them to be able to be passed over for the original. So if someone tries to, let's say this guy, let's say he tries to sell this to another collector, which is fine. Just be honest. Say it's been restored. You know, it's got some in this case reproduction stickers. It's got this the radar dish on top that I made, and the battery cover that I made both cast in resin. Be honest about it. So now I still have to figure out where these buttons are, but I know this one is C3PO. He says R2D2, where are you? So I think it's this button. R2D2, where are you? I am correct. So I'm not going to sit here and put all these stickers on camera. I just wanted to do one or two. Once again, they're just peel and stick, and if I had fingernails, it'd be so much easier. Honestly, I should have a pair of tweezers doing this. But every time I go to work in my shop, my tweezers are missing because my wife uses them for whatever. We have, I don't know how you guys are at your house, but we have the good scissors and the good tweezers. And every time I go to use either one, they're both gone. So, yeah, this is kind of tedious. So if you don't have tweezers, here's what I do. I take my X-Acto knife and I stick it right on the end. So I can hold it like that. I can line it up. And when I'm lined up, I can lower it slowly, put my finger on it, twist the blade away, and there we go. C3PO is where he belongs. So when I push that button, and there we go for that one. Believe me, I would much rather put the real stickers back on this, but he doesn't want it, so I'm going to sit here for the next hour doing this because I want them to be as perfect as possible. Also, speaking of reproductions, if you look at these vinyl stickers, you can see there is like a white space between the printing and where it's stuck to. That's a telltale sign that it's a reproduction sticker. just in case you're out there looking, you know, and you could tell my my battery cover, you could tell it's a reproduction if you turn it on the underside, and you can see where the mold mark was, because I use a different mold mark than Kenner did. Same with this piece here. If you look back here, you can see there is a, first of all, it's supposed to be solid, and I'm sorry, it's supposed to be hollow, but as you can see in the back there, I filled it in a little bit to make it more structurally sound. And there's also a mold mark right where my razor is. That's how I make sure I put my own little signature on it so people know it's not an original. So I'm going to go ahead and put these stickers on now, and I will be right back. So I said earlier that if you do make a mistake, you can always print out another copy of your stickers. Well, I've made 2 mistakes, and I had to print out another set of stickers. Still did the practice one. This is probably the most tedious thing ever, is cutting these out perfectly, or at least the best you can. I'm kind of a perfectionist on certain things. Other things I'm not. Like I said, I don't want anybody to mistake these for the real deal. But I still want to make this thing look really nice. So I cut out this sticker, and I'm done. I don't have the guide. I forget who goes where, so I have to hit the buttons, and that's a laser sound. That would be this guy. So this one should be the blaster. Ooh, it's sticking. Alright, so that's the blaster. But yeah, it's been almost an hour, and this is how far I've gotten putting the stickers on, because I just want them to look nice. I mean, like I said, the guy's paying me to do this, but just as a self-pride thing. I mean, I'm doing the work. I want it to look good, and I would put just as much effort into doing something like this for myself, which I have, because I've got one of these. But yeah, I just wanted to share that thought with you. I could have made you sit here through all these stickers, which I'm only halfway done, but I won't. I will skip to the next one. Okay, this one has got to have been the hardest one to cut out. I tried it twice already, and I'm not even still happy with this one. But that's why I was saving it till last. The little ones weren't so hard. But yeah, I still didn't have this perfect. It's got this bump right here, which is why it's important to use a brand new X-Acto knife. Okay, well that might work. Alright, so cross your fingers and hope this goes on good, because if it doesn't, then I got to print out another set of stickers. And I have the stuff to do it, I just would rather not. It's just, stickers are very tedious for me, and this particular set, it's hard to cut out because, well, especially when it comes to the red, because I'm colorblind. I have a red-green defect, and the line there is just so hard for me to see with my old eyes. Alright, there, we got it peeled. Alright, this might actually work, I hope. This is why I would rather put the original stickers back on with the method I showed you, because sticker paper is not forgiving in any way, shape, or form. Once it's on, yeah, once it's on, it doesn't want to let go. Whereas if you use the method I used earlier for the battery label, you can actually move that around till it's exactly where you want it. Alright, this isn't perfect, but I'm happy with it. Just something to watch out for. Now, I'm going to concentrate and hopefully get the last one done, and I'll be right back. Another point I can't stress enough is always have a brand new blade when you're cutting out stickers. I've been using this for an hour now, cutting out all these stickers. I had to restart a couple times.
if you have a dull blade, it'll actually peel the sticker up off the paper while you're cutting it, which happened right here. I'm hoping I can still use it though, so we're gonna try and see what happened. But I just wanted to point that out to you. Always have a new blade. So here is the final product. I got all the stickers on. That took a long time. I wanted to make sure they were like just right, because this is for customers, not for myself. I threw some stormtroopers in there just for effect. As you can see, right, get my pointer again, right here, I did make another gun for the laser gun. Got to keep some trade secrets to myself. But and believe me, I did not use Legos. But as you can see, when you turn the radar dish, that's when the gun turns. And doesn't really match up like for any like firing play value. But you can see, you could turn the gun by itself to line it up and point it forward without turning the radar dish. But yeah, I mean, I'm just psyched that I got the sound working. That's what he was most worried about, was the sound. And as you can see, sound's working just fine. I kind of wish I could have torn it apart to show you guys how to fix it, because I have fixed them before when they were like completely messed up. But I didn't have to do it on this job. But I think it looks pretty good. The one thing, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, in fact I think I forgot, this little circle decal here, instead of cutting it out from my sticker sheet, I grabbed the old ones and I put them on using the method I showed you how to put the battery label on. And they look good. It's going to be fine. But I wish I'd have thought of it earlier. I don't know why I didn't think of it. But I could have just used a hole punch and punched through it and cut it out perfectly, because I didn't think I could do it with an X-Acto knife. But a hole punch would have worked. So that's my fault. So that's all I had to say about it. I mean, it took longer restoration than I thought it was going to take, but I'm pleased with it. And as you can see, it's 1979 Kenner Imperial Troop Transport. I think it'll come out really nice. So let's go to the outro.
Oh, wow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. I started that video at 5 o'clock in the afternoon today. It is a quarter after midnight now. And I didn't expect to get it done tonight, but sometimes I get a little obsessed and I gotta finish what I started. It's just my thing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. What was I going to say? It's the Imperial Troop Transport from 1979. Now, the funny thing about it is, let me show you a picture of the original Imperial Troop Transport. Okay, this is the Imperial Troop Transport. Same thing that we just restored together. And you can see it's got the stormtroopers and stuff on the box, and it's basically what I just showed you. But the funny thing is they did another version of it using the same vehicle, and all they did was really change the stickers, and they called it the Imperial Cruiser, which I call bullshit on that. But Kenner was famous for doing a lot of things like that. In fact, here's a picture of the Cruiser. Okay, there's the Cruiser here right in front of my face. I don't feel like fixing it. But you see, it's the same exact vehicle with just different stickers. And, of course, they put different people on it. I don't know why they did that. But Kenner used to do this kind of things all the time. Like with the cardboard play sets, they had the Ice Hoth Planet play set, which had a big cardboard AT-AT in the back. And they also reused that for the Rebel Command Center, but the same base. The same plastic base. They just put different cardboard behind it, which, I mean, we still had fun with it. But that's what they did. They reused everything. The Cantina playset was reused as the Butch and what was it called? The Butch and Sundance Real West playset, something like that. I don't know. But they were. I don't have a picture of that, or I'd show you. But yeah, I mean that's what they did, and that's all we had, and we were kids back in the late 70s, early 80s. But anyway, I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something. You know, restoration's what I do. I don't really video most of my work, but I felt like doing it today. You know, nice relaxing day. Just got back from vacation, worked a couple days at the restaurant, and believe me, I have other things I need to do around the house, but this is what I felt like doing today. So I hope you learned something from it. If the parts that I made for the Troop Transport, the battery cover, and the radar dish, they're available on my eBay page, my eBay store, Kenner Custom Toys, of course. You can check them out there. The stickers, I won't sell those, but if you send me an email, if you need them, I'll send you a copy. You can print them out yourself. That's the best I can do on that. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Oh, excuse me, my allergies are getting to me. Thanks for taking time to watch my video, and in case you didn't figure it out, I definitely got drunk over the past 7 hours, so see you next time.
It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.